Hello, good evening to each one of you. My name is Khemendra and I am welcoming you in your favorite channel, Creatrix. So, first of all, I would like to welcome each and every one of you who are here and who are here watching me. And I will just want to tell you that please share this video with your friends so that the number of student, maximum number of student can see us and can join this video live. Okay. So, as you very well know, this video is a recorded video. So, but I'll be giving all the things which I have to you, and this video is the last video. This is my last video in this series till now. Up till this report, this is probably the last video I have in my series, and in this complete series of 10 videos, I have completed all the important question which was asked in the measurement subject in gate examination. Okay, so very efficiently I have given you all the details. So if you want to cover the electrical measurement subject, you should see this all these 10 videos which I have provided. Okay, so first of all, my name is Khemendra. I am MTech from MNIT Jaipur, and I have 2 years of experience in teaching in GATE and ESC domain, and 1 year of experience in doing the central government job. Okay, control system, power electrical measurement. These are the few things which I teach. This is our team: Ankit sir, Vishal sir, Rahul sir, Shankar sir, Kamesh sir, Pramit sir, myself Khemendra, uh, Ajay sir, Sharma sir, and Rajkumar sir. Basically, I am teaching in the SSC JEN portion also, so you can join me there. If you wanted any kind of assistance, you can just tell me. So, what are the important things I should tell you before starting the video? I'll take your 4 to 5 to 6 minutes, and then we will continue towards the studies part. So first of all, my code is Chem Live. If you want to take the subscription in the Unacademy Plus, so you can use my code. If you like me, if you appreciate the work I am doing, so you can take subscription with my code. And you are planning to take subscription on the same time, you can take my code. Chem Live is my code. You can take it and grab a discount of 10%. This is the first thing. Now the second thing, I am providing a special classes, 19 special classes this month. I have already completed my 12 classes, and I just I have organized last month, last Sunday I have organized a quiz, and in which the student got good marks. I have also given him some kind of gifts also. So these are the things which I have done, and all 12 classes are already over. For question series on SSC JE examination and NLC examination. So this kind of question series is very helpful for your preparation if you wanted to prepare. Second thing, you can join this series. It's free of cost. First of all, this is free. Second thing, in the next month I am planning to provide all the, we are planning to prepare for all the examination like SSC JEN examination, NLC examination, UPPCL, AE JE, all the AE JE examination syllabus we are going to cover in coming 3 months. And I am along with Rajkumar sir and Rahul sir are providing you the same thing in Unacademy Plus domain, and each and every syllabus, each and every question will be provided as per the examination point of view. As per on the basis of examination point of view, we are going to provide each and everything. Okay, so this thing, this coming 3 months, you are going to prepare all those students who have taken coaching previously from other sources. This is a golden opportunity for all of you guys to revise all your things in just 3 months. Okay, so I am just suggesting you to take that subscription and be part of the initiative we are providing. Okay guys, so this will be a huge thing. So about the plus subscription, I will just tell you the daily live classes will be conducted, crash courses will be provided. We are providing a course of 3 months. All the important subjects of electrical engineering will be covered. Don't worry about it. I'll be mostly dealing the electronics portion, machines and power system. All the subjects will be taught. Don't worry about it. RIB will be there, and uh, English and Hindi in both the language. The course will be provided. Doubt clearing session will be there. Weekly test will be there. Doubt clearing session after every 3 class there is a doubt clearing session, so there is no worry about it. And one important thing, RIB, those students who are preparing for GATE examination doesn't get enough marks to crack a job or to go into some IITs or NITs. For those students, RIB is there. It is a rank improvement batch what we are providing you. So this is another very major advantage which you can take from this platform which we are providing. Clear, guys? RIB is there, and we are also starting a batch from the next month. These are the most importantly, one of the finest batches we have in the Unacademy. So this is the interface I want to show you, that in such kind of interface we are teaching you and we are providing you the education. So that means the education is very easy. Okay, the education is very easy. The one special quote is there, that education must be like the study should be feel like you are playing. So after this, you if the study is like you are playing, then you will understand each and every bit of it. Okay, so this is the doubt clearing session. In the runtime, the educator is solving the doubts, and these are the polls which will be I will be organizing at 5 p.m. today in my special class. I will share the link with you. Don't worry about it. Okay. So this is all about today's this advertisement part, and now we are moving ahead for the studies. And the first question I will be posting today, the previous year gate question. This is I think 2018 question. This is my first question for you today. Please have a look at it and try to see that what should be the answer of this question. Slowly I'll read it, and slowly please understand it. The load shown in the figure is supplied by 400 volt line to line voltage, three phase RYB sequence. The load is balanced with inductive, drawing a 3464 VA volt ampere. So apparent power you have. Apparent power you have. When the switch S is in the position N, when the switch S is in the position N, the 3 watt meter W1, W2, W3 reads 577.35 watt each. So these are the reading of watt meter in watts. So active power. If the switch is moved to position Y, the reading of the watt meter will be. So simply this is my N position, this position is my N position, and this is my Y position. So when the switch is in N position, all the watt meters are reading is 577.35 watt. 577.35 watt, they all are reading. If the position of the switch is in Y, what they will read? This is the question is asking. So simply, what is the first thing we will calculate from this complete data? Firstly, I would like to know what is the total real power. Real power will be 3 times of 577.35. Now 3 times of 577.35 will become 1732. 1732.05. This is in watts. This is in watts. So again, one another thing, what will be my apparent power? Total apparent power is given 3464. So these are the two things I know here. And if I wanted to find out the power factor, what will be my power factor? Here I am writing because this part is not visible to you. So here am I writing. Power factor will be real power divided by apparent power. So I am writing kilowatt divided by kVA. Kilowatt divided by kVA, watt divided by VA. So this power factor become 1732 divided by 3464. It will become what? 0.5. 0.5. So this is the value it becomes. Okay. So 0.5 is my power factor. If you want to find out, if I want to find out the angle between the voltage and current phasor, what will be the angle is theta will be, or phi will be cos inverse 0.5. It will be 60 degree. Simply we have calculated the power factor of the system. No more thing. We have just calculated the power factor of the system. Now assume one thing. When the switch is at the Y position, when the switch is at the Y position, what will be the reading of this W2? This second wattmeter, what will it read? Suppose it's one coil is connected to, suppose this is my A point. The second point is connected to, this is my B point, and this is my B point. So this wattmeter is simply connected across this current coil. This wattmeter is simply connected across this current coil, and the current coil has the ideal value of resistance should be very low. The current coil should have ideal value of resistance should be very low. With this case, I can say as and when the switch is at the Y position, my W2 is short circuited and will be equal to 0. My W2 will be short circuited and is equal to 0. So I am just writing it in the next page so that you will get the very well equipped notes. Okay. So what I am saying, I am writing all the points, don't worry about it. The switch moved to Y position as the switch moved to Y position, voltage across potential coil of W2, voltage potential coil of W2 will be 0. Voltage across the potential coil of W2 will be 0 as the switch moved to Y position because it became short circuit. It became short circuit. It became short circuit. So from here W2 will be equal to 0 watts. So what will be my complete power? My complete power will be 1732 watt. So now 1732 watt will be distributed among these two W1 and W3. 1732 watts will be distributed among this W1 and W3. If you see this thing carefully, this will become a circuitry of 2 watt meter method. This will definitely going to become a circuitry of 2 watt meter method. In the 2 watt meter method, similarly with the two voltage, with the two watt meters, their potential coil is connected to the third point, to the Y point, or you can say the third phasor. Okay, and there is no scene of this neutral case because it is a balanced network. Now, so this is similar to 2 watt meter method. Now I am just drawing the waveform, the phasor of 2 watt meter method, and trying to utilize that what should be the values of W1 and W2. Then only we are going to find it. Okay. Now simply what I will do, I will just draw a phasor like this. These are my three values of voltages. This is my VR, Vy, blue. So I am drawing the current with and again I'll draw the phasor voltage V. I need to find the VBY. VBY I need to find it. VBY I need to find out. Okay. VBY I will find out and then we'll go for further things. Line will be here. As in this case, this will become minus of Vy and Vry and this is becomes Vby. Now I will draw the waveform of currents in the different color. Okay. Very simply, I have already drawn all these waveform previously also. This is your IR. This is your IB. So the most important part comes here now. This value of volt angle will be phi. This value of angle will be phi. Now what will be the this complete angle becomes, this similar angle is 30 degree and this complete angle become 30 plus phi and this corresponds to IR and VRY. IR and VRY is connected across W1. IRVRY is connected across W1. Now the second one. Second one is this is angle is my phi. This angle is my 30. So this angle will become 30 minus phi and this corresponds to IB and VBY, that is my W3, that is my W3. So this so with this I can write the values of W1 will be equal to V of RY I of R cos of 30 plus phi. Secondly, W3, W2 is already 0. W3 will be V of V By plus IB cos of 30 minus phi. These are the two things I have. Now, the most importantly, what I have calculated here, phi will be 60. This phi will be 60. For this phi will be 60. If I want to put the value of phi here, this will give me a value. This cos 30 plus phi will become cos of 90 and this W1 value will become 0. And this will give me minus of 30, cos of minus 30 and will give me a finite value. And that value must be equal to what? 1732 watt. That value must be equal to this 1732 watts. So finally what answer I have understood, W1 will be equal to 0, W2 will be equal to 0 and W3 will be equal to 1732. So the correct answer for this question will be what? W1 and W2 will be equal to 0, W3 will be 1732. D is the correct answer of this question, guys. So I really hope in this first question you have understood a lot more concepts, because this complete concepts are very important for you. You can just calculate it. You can just calculate also. There is no need to worry. You can definitely going to calculate it. Okay, you can calculate the value of current. You can value. You can calculate anything. But with this only cos 90 and cos minus 30, you can even found out what is the exact value. What will be the exact value? Okay, with this approximation only you have calculated all the things. So I really hope you are enjoying the session. You are liking what am I teaching you. Just I am moving ahead for my next question, and you are going to love this part also. Okay, this question is from the measurement of strain gauge, and now firstly we'll read the question purely, and then we'll move forward for it. The metal strain gauge has a gauge factor of 2, so gauge factor will be 2 only. This is gauge factor, not some other GF. Okay, so this is a gauge factor only. I'll write it completely, otherwise you guys are so naughty. Gauge factor will be what? 2. Gauge factor is my 2. After this, the nominal resistance value of R will be 120 ohms, and strain is -5. So I am going to give you a very useful formula for gauge factor. Okay, here I am going to give you a very useful formula for gauge factor. I can write that GF also, but this is better. Del R divided by R divided by del L by L, where strain will be equal to del times of L divided by L will be equal to what it is already given. Similarly, what you needed to find out finally, the change in resistance. Change in resistance means you need to find the value of delta R. You know this value, you know this gauge factor value, you know you need to find out this delta R only. So from this I can write 2 will be equal to delta R, 2 will be equal to delta R divided by 120, this will be 10 raised to power minus 5. So from here we can calculate it. From here I can calculate what? This delta R will become 240 to 10 raised to power minus 5 ohm. It can be also written as delta R will be equal to 2.40 into 10 raised to power minus 3 ohm. So similarly, this C becomes my correct answer. This C becomes my correct answer. There is another formula which I want to tell you. If the question, the examiner has asked you to find out the value of Poisson's ratio, then gauge factor will be equal to 1 plus 2. This is my Poisson's ratio. No more Poisson because it is not good, but Poisson's ratio is the thing here. Clear? So I really hope that you are understanding a good thought about it, and you are understanding all the approaches which I am telling you. And I really hope you are liking the video. If you are liking it, please share this video with your friends also. This is the must thing. Okay. These days I'm looking that most of the students are not very enthusiastic to see these videos, but these are definitely going to improve you. Definitely, I'm quite sure about it. Nextly, this is a very easy question, but in this very easy question, I'll give you lots of things. Don't worry about it. This question was asked in the gate for 1 marks. Gate. It is gate 1 mark. So the bridge, that is the bridge method commonly used to finding out the mutual inductance. In the after coming in this examination, gate examination, the same question and came in the SSC examination too. In both the examination it has came. So the question is, the correct answer is Heaviside Campbell Bridge. Heaviside Campbell Bridge will be useful in the this. Now I would just write down each and every bridge which is written here, and I will be giving the points which are very important to them. What value this shearing bridge calculates? It calculates the value of capacitance. Now after capacitance, it will measure the value of thickness of dielectric. After this thickness of dielectric, what will it measure? The same shearing bridge. The same shearing bridge will measure the permittivity of dielectric sheet. After this, what will the it gives you? Permittivity of dielectric sheet, dielectric power losses. All these points are so important because asked in the examination repeatedly. After this, last point, lossy power factor. Now this thing is over, the shearing bridge is over. Now I will just give you few points of concern about this Vanes bridge. Yes, Vanes bridge. D sort is easy, only capacitance. D sort is only capacitance. Vanes bridge is important. So I'll just give you few points which are definitely been asked in the examination previously. First point, frequency. Second point, capacitance. Again, after frequency and capacitance, what is the important point about the Vanes bridge? It is used for the audio frequency range. Another very important point. Another very important point, used to detect the element of harmonic distortion. Element of harmonic distortion. Don't worry, I will share this PDF with you so that you get all the important things. Okay, so that you can get all the important things. And this is also I am writing for D sortie again. This is your capacitance only. So with this complete page, you will get most and most of the important things which were asked in the examination previously. Okay, so I really hope this kind of knowledge is very valuable for you. So I'm moving ahead for my next question, and in the same way I'll give most of the information about the next question also. That is also a very easy question was asked in the examination, but I will give most of the examination information there only. Okay, so this question was asked in the examination previously, that Kelvin double bridge is best suitable for measurement of. The Kelvin double bridge is best suitable for measurement of low value of resistance. Low value of resistance, it is best suitable. Up After this low value, I will just give you all the details about the low resistance. In this low resistance, what are the things which are important and what are the methods which were used in this low resistance, I am going to write down. The first method that is used to calculate the value of low resistance, ammeter voltmeter method. Second one, is the potentiometer method. Third one is it is already written here. This is the Kelvin double bridge. Secondly, I will just come here and give you the medium resistance. Medium resistance was given by, first of all, voltmeter ammeter method. Secondly, substitution method. Third, thirdly, after this, ohm meter method. I'll give all the important necessary information. Don't worry about it. Last one is Wheatstone bridge. Again, in the last thing, I will just move forward to write you about the high resistance values. Maybe I'll give the high resistance here only. First one is the Megger. You very well know all this thing. Second one, I'm writing like this. Okay. Second one is the direct deflection method. After this, uh, loss of charge method. And the last, which is here, mega ohm method. So in this complete slide, you have got all the essential information about which method is used to calculate which area of resistance. Like the medium resistance is calculated from these method. Low resistance calculated from ammeter, voltmeter, potentiometer, and Kelvin double bridge. High value of resistance is calculated from Megger direct deflection loss of charge mega ohm method. So in this complete slide, you have all the informations. Clear? So with this information, if you are liking this video, then please share this video with your friends also, so that number of students can join. Although this all the information which I am providing you is very best knowledge, and you will definitely going to learn a lot of things here. Okay. So I'm moving ahead for my next question. This is my next question. Please read it carefully and try to give the correct answer. This is the very easier one. In the bridge circuit shown, the capacitor are loss free. At balance, the value of capacitance C1 it is asking. So very easily, what will be the balance condition? This is my Z1. This is my Z4. This is my Z2. This is my Z3. Basically, this is my Z1, Z2, Z3, Z4. For at balance condition, what will happen? Z1, Z4 will be equal to. Do not confuse in why this is Z1, Z2. This is the basic Wheatstone bridge basic knowledge you should have. Okay. And this is the very easiest bridge. I know every electrical engineer is have this kind of knowledge. Okay. After this, what will be the value of Z1 is 1 divided by J omega C1, because Z1 is the this capacitive reactance. This Z1 is the capacitive reaction. Now, what is Z4? 105 kilo ohm. This is 105 kilo. I'm not writing ohm here. Okay, clear. After this, what is Z2? Z2 is 1 divided by J omega. This is what this value 0.1. 0.1, it is in microfarad, and in microfarad we want value of C1, so I am not writing the complete microfarad here. Multiplication 35 kilo. 35 kilo. Just cross multiply all the things, cut all the things which are cutting here and there, and just find the value of this C1. You will easily get it. This complete term is cancelling with this complete term, and this term is cancelling with this term. I'll just cancel it afterwards. C1 will be, what will be the value of C1 then? 105 divided by 35, it is K, multiplication with 0.1. This got cancelled here, and this C1 will become 0.3 microfarad. 0.3 microfarad is the answer. 0.3 microfarad is the correct answer, guys. So I really hope you are understanding. This is the very easiest question. Okay, this is the easiest question was asked in the gate examination. Okay, so with this knowledge you can crack any other examinations also, and don't get confused just after seeing the question. Okay, don't get worried just after seeing the question. As and when you see the question, don't get worried. Don't get prejudgmental about the question, and if you going to solve in this very simplistic manner, this question will be no longer a difficult question. This is a very easier question. It looks somehow okay, okay, there is some problem that how will find the value of this Z1. No worries about it. So just be positive in the examinations also. Every time just be positive, and just look forward to get the solution. First of all, this is the basic thing that you should have. Okay, so with this note, I am moving ahead further for my other questions. And as you know, guys, this is my last class, and for this measurement thing. and after this I will not be conducting this class. So I really hope you are enjoying, and you will, if this is your first video, then please I just request you to see all the videos which are here in the playlist, and you will definitely going to learn this subject, and you will love this subject also. Clear? So I'm moving ahead. I really hope you this session you are enjoying very well. And another question which I'll be bringing here now. What the question is saying, this is a very easy one. This is the GATE 2019 question. GATE 2019 question. A moving iron instrument having a resistance of 10 ohm gives a full scale deflection when the current is 10 milliampere. So a moving iron, moving coil, a PMMC coil, it has a RM value of 10 ohm. RM value of 10 ohm gives a full scale deflection of current. So IM will be 10 milliampere. What should be the value of series resistance if we wanted to extend the voltage value? If we wanted to extend the voltmeter reading, so first of all you should know what will be the Vm. Vm should be Im multiplication with Rm. It will be 10 milli multiplication with 10, so it will be volt. So Vm will be 100 millivolt. After this you have to find the value of multiplying factor. In the multiplying factor, what we will do, in the multiplying factor, V divided by Vm. V is your 100, Vm is your 100 milli. So multiplying factor M becomes 1000. This multiplier factor M becomes 1000. Now after doing all these stuffs, you should easily calculate the value of Rs that should be corrected in series, that is equal to Rm divided by M minus 1 multiplied by M minus 1. Rm is what? Rm is 10 ohm. This is what? 1000 minus 1. It will become 10 into 999. It will give you 9990 in ohms. So the value of this series resistance will be high. So A will be the correct answer here. A will be the correct answer here. It will be high, and the material used for making this series resistance is Eureka. Eureka is the material which is should be used to get this value of series resistance. Okay, Eureka is the material. Okay, so I really hope you are understanding, and its resistance value should be high, and current which is going from this series resistance should be low. Okay, so this is another thing. So this is all the things. This is question number 6 for you guys. I really hope you are enjoying the session, and this is my next question for you. Please pay attention and try to give the right answer. This is another gate question. All are the gate question. So the current IT passing through a 10 ohm resistor is shown in figure this. Current IT is moving in this 10 ohm resistor shown in the waveform, and the waveform of IT. This is the waveform of IT. So what it is saying, the reading of DC voltmeter. Now this is a DC voltmeter. For this DC voltmeter, you need to calculate the value, average value of this current. So there are multiple methods to calculate the average value. This is t, this is 2t, and this is 12 and 5. There are multiple methods. 12 plus 5 divided by 2, it will also give the average value method. I am just giving you another thing, that I average will be equal to 1 divided by 2 times of t. Here 12 for which time period t, plus its value is 5 for which time period t. So overall this value comes is 8.5 ampere. This is my average value. This is my average value. Now what you have to do, you need to, you know the value of current, you know the value of this ohm, the voltmeter reading. This voltmeter reading will become 8.5 multiplication with 10, so 85 volt will be my correct answer. 85 volt will be my correct answer, guys. Clear? So this question was asked in 1999 or something in the GATE examination. So this is my another question. This is another question. This is also a very nice question. So please pay attention. This is a easier one, basically a very easy one. Don't worry about it. This is your RMS value is already given. RMS value of voltage is already given. You just need to find out all the values of W1 and W2. You just need to find out the value of W1 and W2 simply. Listen, definitely देखो, this question is very easy. Firstly I will solve the question, after I will show you the trick, what is the trick behind it. Okay, firstly I am going to solve the question first. VL will be equal to, 100 volt. 100 volt. Okay, so what will be W1 W2? This is a 2 watt meter method. You can see and get it easily. This is a 2 watt meter method, and in the 2 watt meter method, this is 60. This is 60. So W1 will become, VL IL cos of 30 minus 5. Cos of 30 minus 5. Current will be minus 60. This is the resistance. So current will be minus times of 60. Current I will calculate it here. Current will be what? 20 divided by root of 3. 20 divided by root of 3. I'll find it. Wait. I'll give the whole expression. This is 100 divided by root over of 3 into 5 angle 60. This will give you 20 divided by root over of 3 angle minus 60. So current will be minus 60 here. So if I find the value of W1, it will become VL. It will become, what will be the value of VL then? 400 multiplication with IL is 20 divided by root over of 3. 20 divided by root over 3. Cos of 30 minus 60. This will be 400 multiplication 20 divided by root over of 3. Cos of 30 plus 60. 90. So this W1 value will become, as and when this W1 value become, you know the what is the answer. Okay, so in the safe case I am just calculating the W2 also. 400 multiplication 20 divided by root over of 3 cos of 30 minus 30 plus 5. So in this case the answer will be, W2 will be 100 volt, 1000 volt. So simply I've just after seeing this question you can calculate the answer. That how the load angle is 60. If the load angle is 60, then definitely your power your current angle will be minus 60. Definitely your current angle will be minus 60. If your angle is 60, then one of the wattmeter will definitely going to show you the zero value. And in all the options there is only one option which is giving you the zero value of any of the wattmeter. So simply after seeing the question, you can calculate that what will be the correct answer of this question. Okay. I really hope you are enjoying the session and you have enjoyed the session, because this was my last question for you. And I really hope after few minutes you will join me in special class. I will share the link within the comment box. So if you want to join the Unacademy Plus subscription, you can log into this thing, and you just have to choose your GATE and ESC section and click on the get subscription button. If you wanted to take, and if you like me, then definitely you can take it. Click on the number of months for which you wanted the subscription. If you use my code KMLI, you will get discount of 10%. And you can use debit card and credit card. Again, if you can use my code, you will get discount of 10% in the EMI options are also there. No cost EMI options are there. And this is a Facebook group. You can join our Facebook group. This is the largest Facebook group for electrical, industrial or ECE department, electronics and communication. And this is the Telegram link where you can find the PDF of this lecture. And this is the Swagat hour. So Swagat karoge hamara. Thank you so much for being a part of this video. I really hope you have enjoyed the session and you have liked the video. Clear, guys? So thank you so much for being a part of this video. I'll just have to leave early because I have my session just after few minutes, and I'll be doing that session too, and I'll be waiting for you to come in that session. Clear, guys? So I hope you have enjoyed a lot here, and I am now moving ahead for ending this video. Thank you so much for being a part of this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed it, please share, then click the like button.